All right, so this is gonna be the last video in the course. I'm gonna go over how I mixed the beat really quickly and how I mastered everything. So I actually used a lot of different plugins here, and let's just go over it right now. Usually when I'm mixing the beat, I'm not gonna cap. I only isolate the lead vocal as well as the. I don't have background vocals playing around and shit like that when I'm messing around with the beat, because sometimes they can be, distracting and stuff like that. And I actually keep my vocal pretty dry when I'm mixing the beat too. So, a lot of times I might just fuck around and just turn off my reverbs and delays, because that shit is just distracting when you're trying to mix the beat. I still do want to hear the mid range because I want to build the beat around the vocal. That's why I play the beat together while I'm mixing. That's why I play the vocal while I'm mixing the beat. But yeah, let's look at this though.
Yeah. We get high, we get lost, we get fucked.
Usually be a part right here where like everything's together,
Slow down, baby, she knew that it's using the teeth. Yeah, she said, oh man, a bitch like you knew that. I'm thinking about calling some shooters and.
All right, so specifically here, I was kind of finding myself in a situation where I did put a drop in the beat, and to me that sounded necessary because the beat was so fucking redundant. So that's the first thing I do when I listen to the beat. I'm trying to hear drops and little shit like that.
Without you, baby, I'd rather be dead. Without you, baby, I'd rather be dead. She got me thinking about who I am.
Yeah, that was just a little fucking, just a little one of those little lo-fis. I just rendered down a tape stop or whatever. And now let's just actually look at like the 808 to start.
Dead.
So I used my typical trick of using I use my typical trick of a FL Studio stem separator. I started out with a 2-track and I had to separate the stems, which is a great way of getting your vocals to cut through. If you only got a 2-track, just fucking go to FL, separate your stems, and you get this shit. I just used the Pro Qs to see where the fundamental frequency of the bass was at. So I feel like with this bass specifically, it just needed more upper harmonics. So what I did is I used max bass, and I used that same frequency that I seen to bring more upper harmonics to the bass. So the bass sounded pretty good, but with this plugin, it was made for like sequariums and shit like that. So it makes you perceive that you hear more bass. So it just makes it sound deeper, pretty much. And then we also had a decapitator too to give some more life. So I just only felt like I needed saturation. I didn't actually need to use like an EQ or anything like that. I just wanted to make it sound denser. Then we had this right here. I heard a nasty frequency in the little drum loop or whatever, and that happens sometimes. Sometimes I'll use Soothe to take it out. Sometimes I'll use Ozone Spectral Shaper. This time I used Fat Filter Pro Q3 and notched it. And yeah, that was kind of taken away from the high end of the lead vocal. So we did that too. Then we used this knock plugin, which I like a lot. It's just a channel strip, almost damn near of like a bunch of shit. I clipped the drums, used a little bit of that clipping distortion. It gives it that hip hop type of vibe. Put it on the highest quality mode as well. The oversampling just sounds good. And I used the knock, which gives some punch. I don't know if this is just like a transient enhancer or a voice of God. So yeah, I just added, you know, some oomph, some bang. Felt like a TNT Minecraft creeper. There's some little shitty like vocal throws and stuff. But they're so quiet, but I just threw on a little tape. But main thing is the roads, though. You know, the roads. I wanted it to be consistent. As you can see, waveform is not consistent, so we threw on a little bit of that good old Faraday limiter. Every single time the Rhodes comes down, there's more low end coming through, so I don't want that low end to clash with the kick and the bass. So this kind of just makes it sound a little bit more, you know, better. Makes things sound more present. Then you have the Pro Q3. I just did a little bit of low shelf, so I diminished the low end rather than using a filter to rip it all out, because the low end for the Rhodes is still important. As if you look at the beat arrangement, there is definitely a lot of times where the fucking 808 is not even playing, so. So yeah, even this little frequency right here was taking away clarity from my lead vocal. So
Cross, we don't wanna do this anymore. Take these drugs with me, teleport, yeah. We get high, we get lost, we get fucked up, we get crossed.
it's a little cut like that opens stuff up. Then I use the little radiator to warm that bitch up.
Cross, we don't wanna do this anymore. Take these drugs with me, teleport, yeah. We get high, we get lost, we get fucked up, we get crossed. We don't wanna do this anymore.
Wonder.
We get high, we get lost, yeah.
So yeah, you see why I don't have the vocals on while I mix the beat too much sometimes, the background vocals. But then you have the Valhalla Ubermod, which is doing a Dimension D chorus, and choruses is good on Rhodes because it adds more modulation and also has the widener shit in it too, so that helps out a lot. And because I did a little bit of that low cut right here, I added it back because these Rhodes need to have weight. As an engineer, pay attention. There ain't no motherfucking 808 right here for a minute, bro. Big patches of no bass. So this instrument right here does need to have bass. So that's why I added a little bit of that low mid. It needs to have weight pretty much. It maybe not necessarily bass, which would be lower, but still it needs to have some fucking balls so it can stand by itself when the bass is not there, you know?
Teleport, like let's teleport, yeah.
On the actual beat bus here today, what we're gonna have is Pro Q. I just had it there just because we have a God particle, and I actually used the multiband. Wow, Nick actually used the multiband. One of the few times I ever used the multiband, but I like how it tightens the kick and the bass together.
Lost, we get fucked up, we get crossed. We don't wanna do this anymore. Take these drugs with me, teleport, yeah. We get high, we get lost, we get fucked up, we get crossed. We don't wanna do this anymore. Take these drugs with me, teleport, like let's teleport, yeah.
Still not high, but still got lost. 3-shot polos, all the cost. 40 seat up on the course. I just drank them playing golf. Teleport the way I.
So I just like how like it glues the drums together. This multiband. I hardly ever use it, but I know when to use it though, which is not most of the time. I maybe use it like 20%, 10%, but damn, that shit just sounded good here. The way it just glued that kick and that bass together as they all hit the beat bus, and then a little bit of this saturation that kind of helped the Rhodes, even more. So that was perfect. Then I used the Oxford inflator, and I turned on the clipper, pushed as much as I put in. And yeah, just having that nice little bit of clipper was nice. It just added more distortion, and my low end sounds perfect, so I hit split bass on that hoe. I don't want to affect my low end. To me, it's just adding harmonic distortion, and you see the band split says, yo, if you got a lot of fucking low end, click this shit. And I do have a lot of bass. When you combine the low end of these three elements, the kick, the bass, the Rhodes, this is a low end heavy hip hop mix. Let's go over these last plugins that I have on the master bus. The big mistake I did not do in this mix is show the before and after. Not like we need to hear it.
We get high, we get lost, we get fucked up, we get crossed. We don't wanna do this anymore. Take these drugs with me, teleport, boy, yeah. We get high, we get lost, we get fucked, get crossed. We don't wanna do this anymore. Take these drugs with me, teleport, like let's teleport, yeah.
Still not high, but still got lost. 3-shot polos, all lost. 40s teed up on the course. I just drank them playing golf. Teleport the way I drive when I'm.
So yeah, my mix, in my opinion, it sounds better. But hey, this wasn't about, who's got the better mix. It's just about showing off the reverb plugins and shit. All right. So I used the API 2500, and yeah, I used it because I knew I wanted that digital sound from the API channel strip. We already know the theme of the costume party, so we dressed appropriately.
Slow down, baby, she knew that it's using the teeth. Yeah, she said, oh man, a bitch like you knew that. I'm thinking about calling some shooters and pressing them. I was foolish, I was negligent, I was never there. Like, who am I kidding? I miss this bitch. Plenty of fish in the sea, what they telling me. I reel them in with the melodies, but I learned my lessons, man. These bitches sure ain't shit. Yeah, these bitches sure ain't shit. Without me, she wishes she.
I wanted to push the mid-range forward, and that's what the API 2500 does. That's why we picked it. Then we have the EQP1A. Man, we know what that's gonna do. Add brightness and density.
Golf, teleport the way I drive when I'm too fucked up inside. Warping lines outside my dashboard. Hope I trace some bag of lies. Knitting my fall, got a brand new stitch. Cutting withdrawals with a brand new bitch. Feeding me all the true intentions. Never doubt my assessments. You know you rocking the best away from him. That energy best all over me, yeah. Knowing I'm long enough, never not sober. Headlights and driveway, you said to come over.
I just like what that tube distortion is doing. And after that, added a little bit of low mid presence, a little bit of boost. The Rhodes needed to cut through, and we only start to put the cookie dough into the oven once the mix is 80% of the way through. So my mix actually sounds good. Then I add that type of stuff in. Let's listen.
Golf, teleport the way I drive when I'm too fucked up inside. Warping lines outside my dashboard. Hope I trace some bag of lies. Knitting my fall, got a brand new stitch. Cutting withdrawals with a brand new bitch. Feeding me all the true intentions. Never doubt my assessments. You know you rocking the best away from him. That energy best all over me, yeah. Knowing I'm long enough, never not sober. Headlights and driveway, you said to come over. If I'm still fucked, don't let me leave. No more fuel, I'm all on E. Borrow my soul, so she called me a donor. Landed her more and I made her up moaning. Found too known and so
I've been finding myself having to do this move a lot because I've been playing around with this master plugin program, and I like this little clean module, and I know it rips off low end, I know it rips off low mid. So I like how it sounds because it's an active processor that's doing this shit, right? But I damn well know I still need low mid range, and I don't like this bell too much. So that's why you gotta know what the fuck your plugins are doing, rather than just slapping it on. Because JC Joshua said the God particle would always work if I turned off the multi-band. Saturation. I pushed the mid range. Like I said, I was losing mid range with that fucking master plan plugin, but I just like how it sounds. So I just said fucking added it.
Golf, teleport the way I drive when I'm too fucked up inside. Warping lines outside my dashboard, hope I chase some bag of lies. Knitting my fall, got a brand new stitch. Cutting withdrawals with a brand new bitch. Feeding me all the true intentions. Never doubt my assessments. You know you rocking the best away from him. That energy best all over me, yeah, yeah. Knowing I'm long enough, never not sober. Headlights and driveway, you said to come over. If I'm still fucked, don't let me leave.
Yeah, I like how it brings everything forward. Like everything just starts, it's forward. It just sounds like hip hop. And then Master Plan, which is a dope plugin. I haven't bought it yet. I've been messing around with it. I like it. So simple. I just pushed a little bit of clipping limiting. Just did a little bit of widener. I just clicked the thick. I just like what it does to the low end. And like that was another reason too why I didn't have to do too much to my bass and shit like that, because I had this little click of thick to it.
Golf, teleport the way I drive when I'm too fucked up inside. Warping lines outside my dashboard, hope I chase some bag of lies. Knitting my fall, got a brand new stitch. Cutting withdrawals with a brand new bitch. Feeding me all the true intentions. Never doubt my assessments. You know you rocking the best away from him. That energy best.
I like this plugin, how this motherfucking plugin has that visual. It just shows you like, okay, that shit is working. You feel me? And you see it's working on the kick. That when the kick hits, it's saturating. It feels like transformer saturation. You know, just a nice transformer that's not doing too much. And yeah, the clean mode is there too and stuff like that. And I like that. I like this plugin. Definitely gonna copy it. I seen a lot of people used it, and you know how I am. When I see a lot of people use some shit, I don't use it, just because I don't want to be tainted with their opinion of something. I actually want to use some shit because I actually genuinely like it, and I genuinely like this fucking plugin. And the last thing that we had was a volume meter, and then let's look at our LUFs.
Golf, teleport the way I drive when I'm too fucked up inside. Warping lines outside my dashboard, hope I chase some bag of lies. Knitting my fall, got a brand new stitch. Cutting withdrawals with a brand new bitch. Feeding me all the true intentions. Never doubt my.
And it's crazy as fuck too, because like I only did half a dB. If I wanted to make this loud.
Golf, teleport the way I drive when I'm too fucked up inside. Warping lines outside my dashboard, hope I chase some bag of lies. Knitting my fall, got a brand new stitch. Cutting withdrawals with a brand new bitch. Feeding me all the true intentions. Never doubt my assessments. You know you rocking the best away from him. That energy best.
Like I could really push this mix loud as fuck. But like I always tell y'all, man, you gotta be mature, and sometimes you gotta understand too. With the good thing about this plugin with the Unity, when you pushing volume and stuff, the ratio of the vocal and the bass gonna change. Your little mix gonna start changing. But even like with half a dB of limiting, I'm already at -9 LUFs. So y'all already know what could be capable if we really like wanted to push this shit. All right. So yeah, this is pretty much the end of the course. I've been grinding doing this motherfucking course for y'all today. So I just want to say thanks a lot for copping the course. Send me an email letting me know how you guys enjoyed the course. And this is pretty much it. Appreciate you guys now. Peace.